Ace and Eliza. So on March 13th, Santa Clarita confirmed its first case of COVID-19, or also known as the coronavirus. Henry Mayo Hospital confirmed the case, and the patient was then placed under self-quarantine. However, as of 12:25 p.m. today, there are 12 cases within the Santa Clarita Valley. Henry Mayo Hospital holds 9 of the 12 patients, and the others are throughout the city. According to the LA County Department of Public Health, there is 1 in Castaic and 2 in Stevenson Ranch. These are cities near Santa Clarita under Los Angeles jurisdiction. The rest of the 9 cases are found within the city of Santa Clarita. In Los Angeles County overall, there are, as of 12 p.m. today, 662 cases and 11 deaths from COVID-19. Excluding those from Long Beach and Pasadena, there are 635 COVID-19 cases in the county. As previously reported, the state of California continues to comply with the governor's safer at home order. Due to the number of cases continuing to rise, many are advised to stay home and only leave when necessary. Due to this, all school districts in the Santa Clarita area have since then moved into online learning. Here, we have Keisha Rose Lebanon to help us understand how COVID-19 has affected the life of college students in these times. So, how has COVID-19 affected your college life?
It definitely hasn't been the easiest transition. I think that, it's not just my school. I think it's all the schools out there that are going through this difficult transition of having to figure out, how to continue their education. For me personally, being in a nursing program, we're required to be in person. So transitioning from in-person classes to these online classes has definitely been a challenge for not just only me, but also for, my classmates as well. It definitely has triggered a lot of panics, a lot of frustration. A lot of questions are being thrown in the air, like, am I going to be able to finish my classes on time? Am I going to even be able to graduate on time? So as a student rep, I felt like it was my responsibility to address these concerns to the administration. And I felt like it was also my duty to tell my class, that we all need to stay calm and that it's just not only us going through this whole transition, that the school as well is going through this whole transition, They're trying to figure out things on their end, so we have to be patient with them as well. We have to they're trying to figure out how to continue our everyday classes for us. So we just have to continue to work with them day by day and to be able to ensure that we're still able to receive the education that we need to receive.
There's definitely a struggle when moving into online learning. So before this whole happened, would you have ever imagined that this would happen in your lifetime? And how has this affected your dream of one day becoming a nurse?
This definitely, I really wouldn't have imagined this happen. We went through this whole SARS pandemic in the past. We went through the H1N1 pandemic as well. We currently live in a lifetime where medicine and technology is so advanced. We have these resources available to us. So I would have never imagined that we'd be going through a situation like this as well. And this definitely has affected, me, my hopes and my dreams to become a nurse in a positive way, because it all the more motivated me to want to become a nurse faster, to be able to finish my schooling faster, and all the more has ensured me that I definitely chose the right career path, that I definitely, made the right decision in becoming a nurse and wanting to become a nurse as a matter of fact, because I'll be able to help those in my community, live a healthy life and just be able to even live their life just in general.
Besides affecting your future dreams, how has this whole situation affected your family life?
It definitely has affected my family life. I'm currently right now the only one living here in SoCal. My family is still currently in the Bay Area, and in the Bay Area, they are on a stay-at-home order, just like us as well. We are all advised to stay at home, and there's only so much I can do for them. I was talking to my mom this morning, and she told me that if there's in any case where a police officer would stop them, they would have to provide paperwork as to that they are essential workers and they are allowed to be outside, you know. And given that this virus is vulnerable to a certain group, a certain age group, this really concerns me, because my parents fall into that age group, you know, and being so far away from them, there's only so much I can do for them, you know. I can only call them, I can only FaceTime them, you know, make sure that they're okay, make sure that they're safe, that they're healthy. And it really, for me, it really fights the urge to want to go home and to be with them, to visit them. But I know that in order for their safety, for their healthness, or for their health, and for my own safety as well, like, I have to stay here and they have to stay here in order for all of us, you know, just to be okay.
There's definitely a fear, especially when it comes to your parents. What other fears do you hold with the COVID-19 pandemic?
My biggest fear is that we're not going to be able to lower the curve, you know, that this whole pandemic, this whole COVID-19 will, you know, get out of hand. And I also fear that, you know, it's so rapid, like it's growing day by day. You know, you see the death rates increasing. I mean, granted, you do see a lot of, you know, people recovering, but there's also a significant number where, you know, a lot of people are getting affected. And I'm just afraid that we're not going to have enough beds. You know, there's not enough care to go around. You know, like, there's all these healthcare frontline workers, you know, working around the clock to ensure that those affected are cared for, but, you know, they're putting their life at risk as well. But is there going to be enough, you know, care to go around, you know, for all of us to be able to, you know, come out of this? So I feel like that's my biggest fear.
So how else has the COVID-19 affected your personal life?
It definitely has affected my personal life because I'm not able to do my everyday day routine, you know. I'm not able to go to school, to go to the store whenever I want to. I'm not able to do all of these extra activities that I do in my free time. There's this saying in nursing school where you need to make sure that you have an outside life out of nursing school, because nursing school will take a toll on you. You know, it's going to eat you up. So the things that I used to do to de-stress, like, I'm not able to do anymore.
Yes, well,
I'm sorry to cut you off. Can I ask Keisha a question? When is school coming back?
oh, when is school coming back for you?
Right now, school is there's no date. It's indefinite for right now.
I see. All right. Well, hang in there, Keisha. I'm pretty sure everything will be all right. Okay?